As a child, you need not only love, you need to feel safe as well. And for me to feel safe, I had to put on a front that, you don't want to fuck with me.
Inhale all the goodness and exhale all the things that don't serve you, because you matter. If nobody has told you your whole life, you're important, you matter.
As men, we want to put our families first. We want to provide for our families and protect them. But where does that leave us? We're going to eventually burn out.
Welcome to Krystal Rowe Impacts, a space dedicated to empowering you to be the change that your bloodline has been waiting for. Join me, and together, let's inspire change. Kia ora and welcome back to the Krystal Rowe Impact podcast. And today I have my amazing husband with me. Hello, my love.
Hello, my love.
Today we're actually going to talk about something that is a lived experience for us, and that is very, very important. Being parents of many boys. How many boys do we have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8?
Yeah, 8.
We've
Eight.
raised and raising 8 boys, 8 men. And so this topic is around men's mental health and how today's society does not support or talk about really men's mental health. And we want to share about the impact that it has had on our life. And it's really important for us as a couple and the work that we are doing to normalize talking about men's mental health. So, my love.
That's a great point, what you just said then, like normalizing it. Men have grown up with so many expectations put on their shoulders, like they're the provider, they're the protector of the family. Me, myself, I was brought up as an only son. And I had 5 sisters. They were all younger than me. Me, myself, I felt like I had a lot of pressure put on me and expectations. And there's so many men out there today that feel the same thing, but they don't talk about it. They don't talk about these pressures. And
Why do you think men don't talk about it? Why couldn't you talk about it?
I couldn't talk about it because it was weak to talk about it. Like where I was brought up, you were one person in your house, like the loving protector for your siblings and stuff. When you walk out that door, you had to put on a different mask. You had to be tough and staunch to make it through the day. I know it may sound really extreme, but these are the feelings that a lot of us men feel.
Especially Māori and Pacific Island men that were
100%.
raised in New Zealand.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like my house, there was so much love in it. Like my dad loved us so much, but as a child, you need not only love, you need to feel safe as well. So you need that safety. And there were points in my childhood that I didn't feel safe. And for me to feel safe, I had to put up some barriers and guard myself and put on a front that you don't want to fuck with me because although I was this loving, peaceful person, like deep down inside, I had to put on this front. And that's a lot of energy, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot of energy to put on a front to put out to the world that you're this tough guy you don't want to mess with, but really you're actually scared inside.
And then ultimately you became that.
Yeah.
You became this tough exterior that couldn't not only intimately give love, but receive love as well.
Yeah.
So that sort of impacted that, which has changed a lot.
That has
within
changed.
us.
It has changed so much. Yeah. I could go on and on about so many different stories, but just to keep it, impactful here, and our mission, I see men out there all the time, and I wonder to myself, that face he's got looks exactly how I used to look, and I just want to be able to help these men get through just simple struggles that they have,
What was the biggest pressure that you feel that impacted your mental health? Like, was it financial burdens or like family responsibilities? Like, did you need to show up to, the kids' games all the time as well as do household things? Or where did the biggest pressure in your adult life come from?
I think all of it. Like how we used to cope back in the day was, alcohol would sort of numb the brain because had all the pressures of work, raising kids, and as you say, taking, kids to trainings and 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 we're okay with that. Like, as men, we want to put our families first. We want to provide for our families and protect them. But where does that leave us? We're gonna eventually burn out,
Yeah.
and which I did. I did burn out. Like, I had to not be selfish. Well, in a way, I had to be selfish. I had to put myself first to be able to give to my children. There was a point there where I know my children felt I may not have been there for them the way I needed to, and I have addressed that recently. And that too holds a lot of guilt and shame within inside me,
Which adds to the mental
which
health
adds to the
strain
mental.
and the
Yeah,
pressure. So
100%.
one thing I was just thinking of when you were speaking, like kind of like juggling everything and the expectations, that almost creates a purpose for you though. But is that your true purpose? Like did that make you feel fulfilled? Were you filling your own cup in order to do that? You did mention you got to a breaking point. What kind of coping mechanisms did you use to get through?
Like, my whole life, I've got pretty good willpower, so I would just say, like, that's it. I'm going to stop this. But then by stopping that, like cold turkey, brings more pressure. And then you go from one thing to another thing to, you know, compensate for the thing that you've just given up. I'll just be real here. So I gave up alcohol for a while, and then I needed something. So then I went to gambling, and then that put more pressure on me as well. So what helped me get out of that mentality or that mindset was I needed to reset. I needed to sit with myself and be with myself. Like, I approached you, like life was full on, and I just said to you, my love, I need time for myself.
Because you mentioned before, like you had alcohol and gambling problems. They were like what helped you to sort of carry on, to maintain the pressures of life and to be able to get up each day knowing that you could get home and have a box, or
Yeah.
you could go to the pub and
That kept me
gamble.
going. Like,
It kept you going, and
the whole
it
working
gave
week,
you,
knowing that Friday, yes, I get to have a beer, like,
yeah.
and just relax and reset. But that
Then
brings other problems as well.
yeah. So you used to use gambling and alcohol as a coping mechanism, and then now over the last few years you've learnt other
Self-love.
ways,
Self-love,
self-love.
just a simple modality of breathing. So learning these different breathing techniques that I've been doing lately has just been so amazing. And just giving yourself permission to just sit back and relax and reset.
Does that mean taking away the pressures? Because I know time is a big thing for you.
Time
You
is a
put
big thing, yeah.
a lot of pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
Obviously stemming from childhood, which normally impacts a lot of our mental health. A lot of adults that suffer from mental health issues have stemmed from childhood. And we've learnt those, like you've shared before, that you started drinking from a young age. So that actually helped you at that point to get through some mental health issues, which weren't known as mental health issues, but developed into mental health issues.
Yeah.
And now you've learned how to cope without alcohol and gambling, which is amazing, partly because I have some strong boundaries. But
Yeah,
you had
but
those boundaries too.
I feel
eventually.
you need to want to do it. Like,
You do.
there's no point doing something for someone else, and that was my thing. I would always put everyone else first. Like, I'm that helper. I'm that person that if someone needs help, I will be there to help them. But I will put myself last. But now I'm slowly learning that put yourself first, fill your own cup up. That way you can give to others, because you can't give what you don't have yourself. If any of you are struggling, if any of you found what I have just said resonates with you, just know that you're worth it. Know Know that you will get through it. You will get through this. Just take that time. Give yourself permission to just breathe. Just focus on your breath. Inhale all that greatness that you are. Because this will pass. Trust me, it will pass.
I think that you are amazing, my love. Personally, firsthand, I have watched the transformation, the strength, the tears, the fearfulness of stepping into that. And I just want you to know that I think you're so brave. I've always believed in you. I've known that you have had the power within you to overcome these fears and these mental health issues. I'm just so proud of you. And I know that you've gone through these things so that other people can follow the light that you have put out there, the light that you are shining on men's mental health, to be that beacon of hope, the proof, the evidence that you do get through it. Like you said, inhale all the goodness and exhale all the things that don't serve you, because you matter. If nobody has told you your whole life, you're important. You matter. And you can make a difference in your life and in your children's life, in your partner's life, in your parents' life. You can be the beacon of life in your bloodline. And it's completely up to you. We believe in you.
We believe in you.
We believe in you. And we are here to support you in any way that we can. And we know and believe with our whole heart, don't we, my love, that
sure do.
It is our mission and our purpose to really shine that light and help guide you through this tough journey. It is not easy. It's a real struggle, but together we can get through it. So if there's any advice, any questions, if you need to reach out, please leave a comment and we will see you on the next episode.